There are many times we find ourselves working with clients that are out of the area or even out of the state. When this happens, we often need to perform all of the documentation via email. Hi, I'm Anna, the video production manager for associate broker, Wes Brooks, of RE/MAX Eclipse. Today, I'll be discussing the necessary paperwork to list a property for sale via email. Wes will often receive a call, text or email from a client wishing to sell their home.
Hi, I'm Thomas and I spoke with Wes Brooks on the phone about him selling my home in Michigan. I gave Wes the address of my Michigan property and he mentioned that he'd create a comparable marketing analysis.
Hi Thomas, yes, Wes will create what is often known as a CMA to calculate the current marketable value of your property. Then schedule a time to visit the property either alone or with an appointment with a representative of the seller, if the seller isn't available. Wes will then discuss the results of the analysis with the seller.
I understand that the final decision of the price that I list my property for is my own decision.
Yes, while Wes will counsel a seller of the current market trends, the listing price is always the seller's decision. Wes will discuss the results and options of the CMA with his sellers and together, come up with a listing price. But ultimately, the decision of the final listing price always belongs to the seller. Once a number is decided, Wes will create the paperwork for the listing.
Is there a lot of paperwork?
The paperwork is easy to understand if you understand what each document is trying to answer for. The first thing we look at are the disclosures. These are the documents describing the condition of the property and they explain what is included in the sale. These are the seller disclosures, lead paint disclosure, personal property disclosure and agency disclosure, simply explaining what is available for sale, the condition of what is for sale and who is authorized to represent the seller and market the property.
So, I have to tell potential buyers if there are issues with my home?
Yes, full disclosure is important when selling a property. Anything not disclosed could result in being considered as an attempt to commit fraud. That can be a serious issue. After the disclosures are complete, there is a payoff authorization form for the title company performing the closing. This tells the title company who the mortgage company is and if there are any homeowner association fees that may be due. At the conclusion of a sale, the title company pays off all potential liens on the property before the seller received their funds. Once the listing disclosures and payoff forms are done, we then move to the actual listing agreement, making sure that all forms have been completed with signatures and initials. Each line is checked to verify that they are done at every spot necessary to assure proper security for the seller, as well as the brokerage for such a critical transaction.
So as I'm doing this all by email, how can I verify that I'm not missing anything?
Wes can talk you through it all, page by page, over the phone, if you like, and if anything is missed, we can follow up or make repairs prior continuing. And remember that each person listing on the deed must sign all of the documents. Wes will also need access to the property. The keys may have to be mailed into the office for Wes to gain access for photos and for measuring the interior. Access will also be needed during the marketing for agents and their buyers to view the property.
Considering that I have to mail the keys to Wes, should I just mail the documents back as well, with the keys?
You could, but that will slow the process down. Wes can start the paper process with the title company and the MLS while waiting for the keys. It's also important to remember, if the property is held in a trust, or an LLC or perhaps in a probate process or divorce process, documents for the proper chain or ownership will also be required.
Yes, I understand that, unless there has been a specific person designated to represent the property.
Can I just assign Thomas as power of attorney for me? So I don't have to sign anything or attend the closing?
Yes, that's right. Especially in the matters of estates, where there can be many people involved, probate courts will often assign one or two people to handle all of these issues.
Hi, I'm Justin, from the title company. Let me add here that if the title company finds that we are missing anything from the seller, I will reach out to Wes and he will be able to obtain any missing documents. It's best to resolve these issues before an offer comes in and we start moving toward a closing.
This video today was designed simply to discuss the specific issues found while working to list a property for sale while away from the area of the property by using email. Wes has many additional videos regarding other phases and processes regarding real estate sales and purchasing. We invite you to visit Finding New Neighbors on YouTube or call or text Wes directly to 248-701-7660. I want to also thank Thomas as well as his sister Tara and Justin for helping us today. If you have any additional questions or would like Wes and I to make additional videos on other topics, simply call or text Wes Brooks at 248-701-7660 or email Wes at findingnewNeighbors@yahoo.com. So, let's get started at Finding New Neighbors.